I'm really good at breakups.
You're good at breakups.
Hey, I don't like them. I just tend to get in them.
We are laughing out loud with Laura and Alaina. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andra Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. Starting with wedding bells for Little People big world star Amy Roloff and her now husband, Chris Marek.
The couple said "I do" in front of 146 of their closest family and friends in an intimate ceremony at the Roloff Farms in Hillsboro, Oregon.
And these two lovebirds make one happy couple.
Amy told People exclusively that while her wedding day is a very special day, it's the thought of spending the rest of her life with Chris that makes her smile.
Another reason to smile, they got some help from 2 of Amy's grandkids, 4-year-old Jackson Kyle and 3-year-old Ember Jean on their special day.
Ember and Jackson were the cutest flower girl and ring bearer duo ever and totally stole the show at their grandma's wedding. Watching them walk down the aisle and then dance together at the reception was so adorable.
And since then, Amy's family has been sharing all of their favorite wedding moments with their fans.
Amy's son Zach posted a family photo with his wife Tori and their 2 kids. Zach's twin Jeremy and his wife Audrey were also all smiles in a pic of their soon-to-be family of 5.
Next up, the posts you've been loving this week. What's better than 1 Dwayne Johnson? How about 2? A photo of a Rock lookalike went viral last month, and now the actor himself is doing a double take. Dwayne retweeted this side-by-side comparison of himself and Patrol Lieutenant Eric Fields of Alabama, admitting, quote, "Guy on the left is way cooler." And Kourtney Kardashian's ex, Scott Disick, is being called out by her former boyfriend, Eunice Benjima. Eunice posted screenshots of DMs he allegedly got from Scott, mocking Kourt's PDA with her current boyfriend, Travis Barker. Eunice calmly replied, "Doesn't matter to me as long as she's happy. P.S. I ain't your bro." Then Travis seemingly reacted to the scandal by posting the Ray Liotta laughing meme to his Instagram stories. And Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are getting cheeky. In a new post, Nick is seen eating a snack off his wife's butt cheek. Priyanka later posted another selfie showing off a black and red bikini, and her proud hubby couldn't resist commenting, "Yummy." In this week's People Cover story, we hear from 4 kids who were born after their fathers died on September 11th. And though they never actually met their dads, they remember them fondly.
He was a family man. He was hardworking, and he was apparently funny too.
He just always put others first. He'd want everyone to do the same.
My dad's legacy is just to be a good person, be kind to everyone.
My dad's legacy lives on through people that surrounded him. I try and live like what I heard he lived like.
They're part of the new documentary, Rebuilding Hope, The Children of 9/11, which premieres September 7th on Discovery+. And they shared with People the life lessons they've learned from the tragedy.
That's something that has happened to me, but it's not me.
No matter what happens, you kind of just have to keep pushing through.
I've started to view life kind of as live every moment to the fullest.
My way of honoring my dad especially is just by being alive and being happy.
Moving on now to a story you've been following closely on People.com. A woman claiming to be John F. Kennedy's past mistress is revealing details about their alleged affair in a new essay and podcast.
It all seemed like it was the most fun in the world.
83-year-old Diana DeVay claims that their relationship began in 1958 after they met at a benefit while she was a college junior and the late president was still a senator. She admits she didn't think about his marriage to his wife, Jackie Kennedy, because he never mentioned it. And she remembers how JFK captured her attention, allegedly telling her there was something special about her.
When this starry person came along and shone on me, I just thought, oh gosh, this is wonderful.
But DeVay says that this is not a romantic story, explaining that in retrospect, she feels he purposefully separated her from her peers. She also now questions the parameters of consent, especially in the wake of the Me Too movement.
Here came this extraordinary person who chose me, and what was I going to do?
And finally, a sad update as Sharon Stone mourns the death of her nephew and godson, River William. She announced the heartbreaking news just a few days after revealing that River was found with total organ failure in his crib. At the time, she had written, quote, "We need a miracle." After his death, she took to Instagram to share home footage of River, set to Eric Clapton's emotional song, Tears in Heaven. In the comments, the actress's famous friends and followers sent their condolences. River would have turned 1 on September 8th. All right, let's switch gears now to some screen time. I am joined now by country star Alaina. She is releasing her third full-length album called Sitting Pretty on Top of the World tomorrow.
Last call, first call, no falling, just my getting over him guy.
For these final 5 minutes of the show, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. Lauren, you have a lot going on these days. Besides your new album, you also have a new book called Getting Good at Being You. And I think self-discovery is so important. So what is one fun or surprising thing you learned about yourself while making this album?
That I'm really good at breakups.
You're good at breakups. Wait, why is that?
I've been through a bunch. Hey, I don't like them. I just tend to get in them. Good at writing songs about breakups. That's what I learned.
For the first time in a long time, I'm doing fine.
Are you just someone that's always been able to channel any frustration and pain into a song? Has that always just come naturally to you?
Yes, honestly. I started writing songs when I was 9, and the first song I wrote was about a family member who had been in a car accident. So I wrote a song for her to help her feel better, and then kind of went from there. I've always written about things going on in my life, and this album, Sitting Pretty on Top of the World, feels like it's about being a woman and loving myself when others don't.
And looking at your Instagram, your fashion has been on point. I especially love that corset look on the album cover. What are 2 fashion trends or looks you've been loving these days?
Praise the Lord for the high-waisted jeans. Somebody said low-rise jeans are coming back, and I said not for me.
Nope.
My big old curvy booty and thighs cannot get it in low-rise jeans. And I've been really into halter tops lately, like the tie around.
Those are cute. I'm surprised you didn't say your pizza onesie though.
Oh, well, that's nothing new for me. I've been rocking the onesies for years and years. I didn't know that was allowed.
You have a song with Trisha Yearwood on your new album called Getting Good. What are 3 things you love about working with Trisha Yearwood?
Well, she calls me Junior. She calls me Trisha Junior. So that is definitely my favorite thing. Because she's one of my heroes. And when we met, we just hit it off.
I love olives too. I love you. Oh gosh, you're punny.
Her personality.
Just milk it for all it's worth.
Her voice. And the fact that she calls me Junior.
That's great, especially when you looked up to her for so long. It must be pretty surreal.
I've literally idolized since I was a little girl to be my friend. How did that happen?
You have a Hallmark movie coming out on September 11th. It's called Roadhouse Romance.
Sometimes something you love isn't something you do.
You're even performing 2 songs in the movie from your new album, which is really exciting.
My grandpa wrote it about this town and how fast life goes by. And now I'm back and he's gone.
It is a storyline that Hallmark fans are going to love. It's all about coming home and what that can teach us about ourselves. Now, you currently call Nashville home. So when you finally get home after a long time away, what are 4 places that you have to go to or things you have to do?
My bed is usually a good place to start. When I can just lay my head on my pillow after being out of town, that is my favorite. I like to go eat out. I gotta get my nails done and work out with my trainer or in my gym on my rower.
You'll be joining Florida Georgia Line on tour this September, and your Instagram is full of all these behind-the-scenes moments and memories from your time on the road. What are 5 things you love about touring and connecting with your fans?
I work really hard in the studio to create music and to pour my heart into those songs. And my favorite thing about touring is seeing those songs impact people. I also really love people. So being around people. And I love getting to travel. Oh, I get to be with my band, my tour family, and then my bus driver, Van. If you know me, there's nothing more perfect than the fact that my bus driver's name is Van. And when I have like a sad day or if I've been upset, Van has a bag of Twix, like candy bars, and he throws it back into the living room when he thinks I'm upset, and I catch him and I eat him.
Oh my gosh, Lauren, you killed this. Everyone be sure to grab her new album, Sitting Pretty on Top of the World, when it drops on September 3rd. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.